Okay, welcome back everybody for another episode of Master of Command. Today we're going to be continuing our Only Germans playthrough as the Hanoverian Corps. I was taking a minute to just look at the map here and kind of figure out what I wanted to do, and I think I'm going to come up here. I'm going to try to do this fort, and then we're going to swing to the east here, and we're going to check out these two towns. Ideally, I would like to find another artillery unit. That would be ideal, I think. But if not, we'll take what we can get just to fill out our 20 unit roster, and then we will go and try to fight these encamped armies before the HQ comes. We still have time, so we still have about 58 days if I did my math right. Let me see. 30, no, yeah, so we still have a lot of time, and so I think we'll be able to hit this fort, raid down these two towns, and then try to get these encamped battles out of the way. So let's go ahead and let's try to move really speedily. We're gonna go force march, and we're gonna go check out the fort. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the ammunition off of these units first, and then we'll go check out the fort, see what there is, if there even is anything. I think we really need the weaponry, so I'm gonna go with the find 3 weapons and hope that we don't take the attrition, which we didn't, but we got carbines, which is a little less than ideal. What have we got here? A good noise stat. So we could give our Hessian Grenadiers the good noise stat. Actually, here, let's take that off of you, and we'll maybe give it to one of these units instead. Here, instead of this land pattern, let's go with the good noise stat. Yeah, I'm good with that. And then we've got these carbines. Where's our... Okay, so the carbines are actually still useful. We can hand them the excellent Jönköping and hand them the excellent Potsdam carbines. And these we can probably sell off. Let's go ahead and restore our ammunition, and maybe we come up here and raid this town and then go do these two, just to try to generate as much. Oh, and here's the artillery. Here is the artillery that I've been looking for. But is it worth it to run down here, raid these two, and then come back up here? What are we... Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I really do want another artillery unit, so let's... Yeah, let's go ahead and come over here, raid these two towns, and then come back up here. And then maybe we swing down here. Either we come over here, here, or we go here, here, or here, here. Yeah, maybe that's better, to go down, and then there, and then there. Okay, let's come over here. Investigate Hilbersdorf. Yeah, they don't have any artillery, which is fine. Let's go ahead go ahead and sell off a couple of things here that we don't need. I think we don't really need the normal socket bayonet, so we can get rid of that. The greatcoat is useful to put on the Hessian grenadiers. So let's go ahead and let's raid this town. We'll generate money, we'll generate food, and then we'll come over here. We'll get into this battle. Let's see, they've got a lot of cavalry, Grinzer Grenadiers. Yeah, let's get into this. And this will be a good warm-up battle since I haven't played in a bit. Let's see, they've got Fusiliers over here, Grinzer Grenadiers over here, along with all their more dangerous cavalry is on this end. Let's go ahead and get our less experienced units out in front. So let's go with these grenadier and foot units. And oh, I do like this hill over here. So we'll do that. We'll put them all up on the hill along with the artillery. And then we'll have the cavalry in reserve. These guys will be in reserve along with these units. Maybe I put these guys out on the flank a little bit and let these guys take the brunt of the fight so that they can get more experience. And let's see. Artillery, yeah, okay. And I think I need to keep them on round shot unless we see a really good opportunity to use like this grape shot. But I don't think I'm going to position my artillery to use it, at least not at the start. Okay, then let's go ahead and get started. Let's get our foot out there. Yeah, I'll have you guys here, put you over here. And I want the cavalry to be able to get around and be useful. Let's go ahead and move you guys up along with our more melee specialized units. Along with you and our supply train. And that should be everybody. We'll have to make sure we don't get hurt too bad by their artillery. Start forming into lines. I'm gonna send you guys over here with the foot. Okay, get everyone spread out here. Maybe we have our general come out and help over on this flank. And let's move out. Let's also get the cavalry moving. And I believe these guys are Hanoverian cavalry, so I need to rename them light cavalry, just to maintain this naming scheme that I have. I'm gonna have them hold fire. Here, let's actually turn you a little bit more this way. Then you guys can be like that. Okay, their artillery has opened up. Let's come over here. Let's get this cavalry spread out. Let's get our general over here. Unlimber. And you can open fire, and let's hit these grenadiers. And maybe if we can splash these veteran hussars a little bit, that would be great. Yeah, and we're using like no ammunition. Don't shoot at the sharpshooters. Let's hit those fusiliers instead. And let's start spreading these units out. Maintain the general with them. Here, let's have you turn. And then you can advance a little bit. Maybe I'll put you in reserve. Let's get the cavalry out a little bit more. And we can probably use them to attack the artillery. Here, let's advance here. We might need to replace our foot unit. Not really sure what's going on here. Okay, let's advance. And then after this volley, let's charge into them. Over here. Let's fall back for a minute. Hold your fire. Let's run out here. Let's turn. Let's get you guys advancing. Open fire. Perfect. Let's get you guys all running into position. And let's keep track of what this cavalry is doing. They're acting kind of funny. Okay. Let's just give these guys marching orders to charge in and knock these guys out. Let's just hold fire for now. Move up our cavalry. Let's try to pull these guys back since their cavalry is advancing on us. Hold fire here, get you guys turned around. Charge in. Charge in. Let's start sending some cavalry over here. And then let's take a shot here. And we'll take a shot here. Okay. Looks good. Oh shoot. Try to finish off those hussars. Okay. They shouldn't be coming back. I need to get them out of a column. And these guys are getting off their canister. But we should be able to take out the rest without too much problem. Okay. Well, as far as our battles have gone, that was a fairly bloodless battle. I mean, we didn't have any units shatter, so we'll take that. I think we're gonna need the casualty replenishment, unfortunately. Cool, we got it. We got some promotions out of it. Try to give our artillery. Yes, this is perfect. And then I've got these excellent horses, which we can certainly use. Let's go ahead and do that. Make you light cavalry. Do we have... Yeah, we already have treatises on that artillery. We can sell that. The cross pendants we don't really need. We don't need that. Cavalry has better equipment, so we don't need that. The pocket Bibles are useful. I'll probably switch out those cartridge boxes. Yeah, let's do that. Switch that out. Oh, okay. Well, still, that's fine. Frisian horse. What are you? Charge and move speed. You don't have a horse at all, so I could give you one. And I have these crosses that I can probably sell off. Let's see. I feel bad because there's stuff here like tea, right? I really like the tea. Maybe I sell off these things and I buy the tea and I finish raiding this town. And then I can give the excellent tea to them. And I can give this good tea to, like, these grenadiers. It'd be good on them. So we'll just do that. And then does anybody have need for tobacco? Yeah, you could use tobacco. So sure, let's make that trade. And then let's go ahead and finish raiding down this town. And then let's come visit this slum real quick. Let's rig the game, just get the money. And I could just come back here, buy the artillery, raid the town, and then start working on these encamped armies. Which maybe I do. And I'm not visiting the supply cache because I'm pretty sure it gives you the it's 3 days to get some like money or provisions or whatever, and I'm just not interested at the moment. So let's go ahead and rename these guys to 3rd Hanoverian Field Artillery, and let's get them this, and we can give them the coffee and maybe canister. And let's take a look at our cavalry, and we can certainly offer better spirit rations. And I also have better horseshoes, but I don't know if that's really worth it. I'll sell off. Oh, we're kind of low on ammunition, actually. Let's buy a little bit of ammunition here, and then raid this town. And maybe we raid this town, come over here, fight this encamped army, and then with the equipment, with the money that we've gotten, we can then stock up here and come do these two encamped armies. So let's raid. Okay, we got better coffee for our artillery. So let's give them that. And then I could upgrade these guys into Hessian Grenadiers, but I don't know that it's worth it at this point. Yeah, they're pretty strong at the moment. And I feel like I don't want to take away from that because they're getting an extra 12 from veterancy. Let's go ahead and force march over to this outpost. I don't want to take a ton of attrition right before a big battle, so let's just move on quickly. And then let's come fight this encamped army. Yeah, they've got some very highly ranked veteran hussars. This will be tough. And they've got some really good infantry as well. So really from these battles, we need to be generating a lot of money and a lot of good equipment and not losing any of our own units. What does their artillery look like? They've got some pretty big guns over here with these bronze 12-pounders. I'm trying to figure out if our best bet is to set up a position here or to set one up here. What I like about this one is that we can easily get to the edge of the map, and then their cavalry, we don't have to worry about flanking us over this way. And on this side, it would be hard for them to flank around because of the river here. Whereas over here, we could set up along here and stretch out this way into the woods, and then that would put them in the open here, and they'd have to cross over the river. Choices. Maybe we set up in the town, because I think over here we can have a more compact army, which I think works in our favor, versus spreading ourselves out over here. It stinks that we don't get to use the river as a natural barrier, but I think that's just how we're going to have to do it. So let's get all of our foot units and our lesser grenadier units. And then we'll put our better ones in reserve along with our melee units. Let me take a look at... Maybe I should have upgraded these guys and tried to let them get a little bit of experience. I don't know. My issue is I don't know how much experience they're going to be able to gain. Like, I don't know how much I'm going to be using them. Anyway. We'll see how this battle goes, and if they get used a lot, maybe I'll switch them over to grenadiers. And if they don't get used, we'll just leave them musketeers. Okay, and then let's deploy, and let's get all of these units advancing. Here, maybe we take our... Let's take these two guys and swing them over this way. And then you can be here. Well, here. Let's put you over here. And then our melee units will keep over here. And let's move all of the artillery forward. And we'll figure their situation out. Cavalry, I'm going to swing out wide, hopefully to get around their flank. We'll move up the general, and we'll move up our supply train. And let's take a look at the... Man, the range on their artillery is pretty significant. And let's go ahead and start spreading guys out before their artillery is able to open up on us. Oh, these guys are just Hanoverian Grenadiers. I didn't realize that they don't have a, they don't have like a specific name. I need to rename them. Let's go ahead and get these 2 foot units spread out. Let's get the cavalry into a better position. It looks like they might have some units coming around the flank over there. So maybe we take you two and move you over here to address that. Who's dishing out the most damage? These iron howitzers, surprisingly. Might have to be a little bit more compact with my formation here. Just for now. Man, these guys have taken some crazy losses. Might swing the cavalry over this way just because there's no room to maneuver over here. I might switch out these grenadiers. Okay, here they come. They're advancing. Let's get the general out over here. Yeah, no joke, please run. Let's advance some with these grenadiers. Here, let's move you over here, move you over here. And let's get this unit in position. And they might be charging. And these guys are not unlimbered. Are you guys gonna shoot? Okay, whatever, we'll take it. And those guys have Neustadt, so they're just gonna be firing from super far. Now let's send you guys in. And let's get our cavalry further down over here. These guys are about to shatter. Come back. Try to give them some morale. And it looks like their cavalry has come across over here. Okay, and then, oh my gosh, that unit ended up... That's kind of crazy. Oh man. Oh shoot, these guys are still up in there. Look, if these guys want to get into it, we can. Let's get these units turned. I need you guys to pull back. Are you facing the right way? Yeah, you are. Okay. And you're starting to brace. Good. Just open fire when you can. Okay, excellent. Then how are we doing over here? We need these guys. We need to pull this general unit back. Let's take a shot on them. And then charge in here. And just try to break these guys. Awesome, but we're out of ammunition here. Okay, we still have these guys messing around. Are you guys even reloading? I don't know what you're doing. Okay, charge is coming in here. Are you guys braced? Yes. So let's countercharge. These guys might shatter. Did I have another unit shatter? Was it a cavalry unit? I think it was. Shucks. Stop chasing. You guys need to get your life together ASAP. Hold your fire, get into column, run into position. Fire when ready. Okay, nice. And now they just have this one artillery unit. Shoot, man, that's such a bummer. I'm pretty sure I lost this cavalry unit. And we've run out of ammunition really fast. I think because our reload... I guess because we reload so quickly. We need more accurate weapons so that we're inflicting more damage with each shot. Well, in any case, we got a lot of money. Maybe none of my units died? We'll see if that's the case, though. Let's get some more money and ammunition. And... oh, I kind of like that. Doubling the morale. Oh, awesome. None of my units died. That's actually so huge. Then let's go ahead and try to replenish as much as we can. I'll need to go and buy some more reservists. We can sell that. Let's look at all the things that we can equip. So we've got this excellent tea. I think we need to start equipping these cartridge boxes. Got excellent Delft. I didn't see how well these guys performed, so I don't really know how well the Delft is doing, but I mean we'll take it over our basic weaponry for sure. Let's see, we've got excellent heavy jackets that give what, 25%? Which isn't better than any of those, unfortunately. We've got a Potsdam carbine, which I'm not sure if that's really more useful than any of these other ones. What's the comparison here? Yeah, the carbine just, even an excellent carbine, just not comparable to the muskets. So I think I'll just sell that. Excellent spirit rations. What else? Reload and move speed. Excellent tea. Let's get into force march. And let's get into town ASAP and try to buy up some reservists. Okay, yeah, we had enough that time. And let's look into some better artillery. Here, let's sell. Oh, there's no gunsmith here. That's actually painful. I need to buy better weapons for better guns for our men. Just comparing. I probably won't buy any of the like really big guns because I just need better cannons than what I have right now. So I'll probably take like the bronze 6-pounder. Maybe like this bronze 10-pounder. Here, let's just see. And then if I try to buy this and this, and if I sell off this quartered musket and the buck and ball, or this beer, heck, maybe the cross pendant. $33, $35, 36 seconds. So this will reload slower, but the shot damage is a little bit higher. And it is a little bit cheaper. But maybe I like the reload. Here, I think I'll just buy this as it is. And then let's get all of our cannons upgraded. So yeah, let's give you the bronze 6-pounder, and then you can take that one and you can take this one, and we can sell these off. Get a little bit more money back. I'm gonna upgrade you and give you the coat. Make a tiny bit of money back. And then let's see how we upgrade the rest of these guys. Probably shouldn't give you the quartermaster anymore. We really need you guys, not taking that morale penalty. So I'll give you a Tompion. Yeah, I'm okay with these. Let's do a blanket here. A limber chest would be good for the artillery. And you don't really need the grape shot. So what if we switch that out, and then can I give you something else? Maybe the shoes? Or the cross pendant for extra morale. Just so that you don't try to route. um, what else? Okay, we've got this excellent tea. What are we going to do with it? We'll give it to you. You guys are coffee boys, huh? Okay. So let's do that. Here, let's take away your haversack and give you that. And now I have this treatise, reload and move speed. So you can have a better one. And these are all things that I think I can sell off. I've got 2 horseshoes, which I probably just sell. What is this? 8, 6. I'll give you guys those half gators instead. So let's sell off these things. And see if we can't open up another equipment slot or 2. Probably just 1 actually for to get that treatise on somebody. Whoever it's cheapest on, which is probably you. And they need a name. Let me go to Chronoscoff real quick and find a name for them. Okay, let's see. Hanover. Halberstadt. Halberstadt. Okay. Looks good, looks good. And we'll hold on. I'll sell those Potsdam muskets. I'm not going to use them. I might sell off these half gators. Because I want to be able to buy up a little bit more ammunition. And now my question is, do I raid this town, come down here, see if they have a gunsmith where I can buy things, and just try to get equipped? Because I don't think I'll have the time now to make it to this encamped army. At least not before the first HQ battle. Yeah, I think I will raid. It'll also give me time to replenish. Hopefully I'll get some really good items out of it. I mean, the blanket rolls are decent. Everything else I think is kind of meh. But let's go ahead and force march down here. And let's try to buy up. Well, let's take a look at the gunsmith. Oh my gosh, just a Neustadt is so expensive. It's all carbines, which is really unfortunate. There's still really good stuff here, so maybe I come fight the encamped army, I take the money option, and then come back here and try to buy up, like, the regimental marksmen. So let's take some manpower. And maybe I buy one marksman. And sell off sturdy shoes and coffee. And let's put this on one of our foot units. Let's do that. And I'll give you a better blanket roll. And let's give you a blanket. And do I even need this other greatcoat? I don't think so. But item sale cost is reduced here, so I kind of don't want to keep selling things. Let's come fight this encamped army. Let's actually normal march so that we can get our replenishment up a little bit more. Maybe we drill for a day or two. And it's just this one grenadier unit that's pretty messed up, so let's just go in. Two recruit infantry units. Actually, I think we will do this because we should get more manpower out of it. Manpower and ammunition. So let's, yeah, strip them down. And then disband this landmilits. And same with you. Strip you down, take your ammunition, and then disband. I should have taken the items off of that other one before disbanding it, but this is just a tiny bit of money, so that wasn't a terrible misplay. Okay. So now who's got the fastest reloads? I think maybe I can only give one of you a These two need to be like reserve melee units, and you don't even have a thing here. There we go. Oh, you definitely need to be like a reserve melee unit. Our block grenadiers. So let's just make a note that they are very good in melee. And these guys I won't mess with. I can do whatever with them, but these guys definitely should be in melee with those excellent Yon Shopings. Okay. Let's give you an excellent cartridge box, and then let's fight this battle. Let's see what we're up against. Okay, they have... I think this is less cavalry than what we were facing before. They still have a lot. They still have 5 units of cavalry, 6 units of cavalry. But I think this isn't quite as bad as the last battle. We'll see, we'll see. Take one last look at the artillery. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'd like to get him some more equipment though. What would have been an optimization is taking that one Hanoverian Grenadier unit that I labeled as melee and switching them into our melee brigade. I should do that after this battle. Yeah, the block grenadiers. I should probably put them in the melee brigade. Anyway, let's see where we can set up. I like this position, because I like forcing them across this river. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take our foot units and we'll park them over here. And then our grenadiers. Our grenadiers will put back on the line. Starting with our less experienced grenadiers. With the exception of these guys just need to be in reserve, trying not to take any damage. Okay. Yes, okay, and then... Alright, I think cavalry will be over here. We'll take our 6-pounder guy and we'll try to make a hole for him to fire through. And then our howitzers will keep back here, probably put them on this hill so that they can get an extra accuracy buff. and we'll figure it out from there. Put the Hessians over here, since they have an officer. I don't know what to do with you guys. Come over here. And these guys will just be, like, deep reserve over here. And we'll let them figure out. Ooh, that's not great. Okay, at least they only have 3 artillery units. So maybe the artillery comes over here. And we set up here. And we set up here. You guys can come down here, and we'll have our block boys down here. You guys here. I don't even know about you guys. Maybe over here. Okay, let's speed things up while we're just kind of waiting. Spread out a little bit. Spread out a little bit. Supply train, definitely come over here. Let's get unlimbered. But let's have all of you hold fire for now. And does anybody not have an officer nearby? Everyone seems to have an officer for now, which is good. We'll just keep the general over here. What are these, Jaegers? Yeah. Our poor foot are getting shot. But fortunately, these guys bleed a lot of ammunition, so we won't have to take too much fire from them, I'm hoping. And honestly, maybe we switch these guys out. Like, put these guys up first to absorb the cannon, since this is a less valuable unit. Let's speed up. Pull you back. Push you forward. Then let's start. Let's open fire here. Not on those Jaegers. And let's open fire here. And let's open up here. Okay, okay. We're still doing well on ammunition. I need to remember that if I'm getting low on ammunition, I need to run this guy around. How are they doing? They're at half ammunition. They're also at half. And I'd say we're keeping up. That's good. Except for this unit. Not keeping up at all. Might as well slap those horse grenadiers if we can. Yeah. We are unfortunately taking a lot of damage here. Switch to grape shot. And then focus on hitting these Fusiliers, if at all possible. I think we need to switch them out. Pull this artillery back a little bit. Okay, get them running. Yeah, and you guys can just stay in reserve now. General needs to get back. She's taking free damage. Maybe we charge in here, and we also charge in over here. I think we should do a lot of damage because these guys are not braced, they're not ready. Okay. So that worked well. Let's go ahead and turn these guys. Oh, this unit just straight up shattered. That's awesome. Oh, and these guys are routing. Okay, so let's try to pull back as quickly as we can over here. Dang it. Okay, fall back. Dang it. I think we're just taking too many hits to the flank. Here, pull back. All you guys, you need to get unlimbered. You just need to... Okay. Where are all these units shattering? Oh my gosh. Oh man. Okay, you two, and you guys, and you. Okay, supply train is out of ammunition. Let's turn and start hitting these units. Let's get the cavalry moving. And where's the general? Let's bring him over. Okay. Yes, you guys are good to back up. Oh my gosh. I need to keep my cavalry in reserve for... Oh no. Or if their cavalry tries to charge me. Okay, nice. You both try to hit these horse grenadiers. And let's open up fire. Okay, we fought them off. You hold fire. You need to get back. And let's get ready. And fire. And fire here. Oh shoot. Where's my other cavalry unit? Oh, here they are. Okay, charge in here. Oh shoot. Alright, I think that artillery unit is gone, unfortunately. Oh, have they not been firing? Okay, and now let's bring our cavalry units over. This unfortunately might be a game-losing battle. And let's have the artillery help out over here. And these guys did a lot of damage, but just not enough to make up for some of the overwhelming firepower that we were facing, I think. Okay, we'll see what our losses were like from this. I know for sure we're down that one artillery battery. Looks like we lost these Hessian Grenadiers. Lost these guys. I think this campaign is done for. Yeah, we lost four regiments in that last battle. Okay, let's come visit this town and see if there's any possible way that we can, well, we don't even have enough money to buy. Yeah, we don't even have enough money to buy up, the units that we need. And this army is gonna have 28,000 men in it. Ooh. I think this is game over. Let's see. What we can try to do is we can try to give these guys as much the best weaponry possible. Dude, land pattern carbines. So let's sell off the land patterns, sell off this stuff, buy that Neustadt. What else can we buy? We could buy the regimental marksmen. I'm just so depressed. We can buy up this stuff. Okay, and let's try to give it to our guys. I could switch you guys over to the melee infantry brigade, but I'm not gonna do that, not now. Let's see. I'll give you this T. And we'll give you T. He needs a ration, so I'll give him coffee for now, but we might switch that. Also got the Neustadt. Yeah, let's switch you out. We can sell that. And let's give you the marksman. We've got some excellent cuirassier swords, so let's switch that out. We also have our Hanoverian horse. Excellent Hanoverian horse. Excellent saddle. And excellent tobacco. Anyone rocking normal tobacco? Yeah, you are. Okay. Got this heavy saddle. Ugh, okay. So they need something else. Let's give them the haversack. It's you that needs the saddle. I've got earthworks here. Morale and melee damage treatises. So that would be good for you. I think you already have a melee? Yeah. So then let's... let's probably raid this town. Generate some more money. Maybe we buy, see if we can buy anything else with... Okay, well that raided quicker than I expected. Let's see. That'll work. Now let's just force march over to here. And the HQ should be coming after us pretty soon. I'm not gonna have time to fight it tonight, and I mean, I think I'm gonna lose, but I'm still gonna try to fight it. So here they come. Excellent Charleville. Take a look at the barracks. I could get some land bullets. I don't know how useful they'd be though. Okay. Let's definitely sell off these things. And the riding boots. And probably the quartermaster. And these things for sure. Okay. So let's come back here. There we go. And does anyone have just like a normal spawn tune? Since we have a better one here? Yeah. Okay. Shepherd's Axe. Maybe I'll give you the Shepherd's Axe instead, so you're getting more melee. Or, here. And then you take the Shepherd's Axe. Do I have any more basic weapons? No, everything else is good. Good Charleville, excellent Charleville. Let's take that Charleville. Let's sell off some of our basic equipment. And give you guys those Charlevilles. Here, you take the Tulas. Oh, here's a basic. Okay. So we can sell that. We need to put these earthworks to use. Okay. Who? Okay. Let's definitely sell these shoes. Let's definitely sell the buck and ball. These are marginally useful. But maybe I can sell the basic ones. And keep these. Sell the haversack. And then let's take a look here. There's excellent tobacco. You can afford one. So let's do that. And the tea is probably a better bet than just that basic tobacco. Here, I'll give you this to Sax Treatise. Increase your melee a little bit. Yeah, okay. I think this is where we're gonna end for now. I'll come back and we'll try to play out the rest of this campaign. I mean, I think it's looking pretty dismal though. I think it's looking pretty over, especially since we lost so many units in that last battle. But we'll play it through to the end, and we'll lose to the HQ like a like a good soldier. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, if you're enjoying the content, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next video.